Welcome in the new, but not so new, but by the terms, new head baseball coach of BYU, Trent Pratt.
We know you.
You've been around forever.
What's up?
You just got the job title change, and we wanted to wish you congratulations first and foremost.
Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
What was that like to receive that call? Where were you? How did it happen? And what was going through your mind?
Man, I don't know where I was at. Tom Hummel called me and said, hey, man, we're going to take the interim tag off, and we're going to get rolling. I was, obviously excited, nervous. All those emotions kind of went into one. But, man, now it's happening. We're just fired up and getting ready to go.
Were you confident you'd get it, or was it in question in your mind?
It was in question, for sure. Nothing was set in stone. And, my mind, I think our team's mind was on just – we were trying to win games at that time when it all went down. And I thought I might have a chance, but I tried not to let that creep in as much as I could, even though it did every night after the game. But, no, a lot of credit goes to our players, just keep playing hard, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity I have now.
Okay, I can't believe it's almost been a decade since you were at BYU. You and I got to BYU in the same year, 2013. Obviously, you with baseball, me here at BYU TV, and I'm thinking, man, it's been almost a decade, but here you are, now you're the head coach. Because the interim tag is removed and you were an assistant, do you get to add one more player or one more person to your staff, or how is that going to work?
Yeah, we'll add one more. We're looking for a new pitching coach right now. Brent's going to stay, in the role that I was in, and he's done a great job recruiting. That's why we have good players. And so we didn't want to change that up, but we're going to try to find one more coach and try to get this program rolling going into the Big 12 and get better.
So when Mike steps down during the season and you take over, at what point are you thinking, okay, I want to win now, of course, but I'm also debuting sort of as potentially the head guy? At what point in the season were you like, okay, let's see what we can do here just to showcase, just in case, maybe I can be the guy?
Probably from day one. At the field, that didn't really cross my mind. At the field, it was like, man, it's about the players, and we got to try to win a game today. But going home at night, that stomach ache would creep in, like, man, I wonder what's going to happen here in the next month or so or down the road. But man, just being at the field, like, made it easy being around those guys. And we just came to a point where it was like, hey, there's a plan for me. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's going to work out. And so I'm just going to lay it all on the line with these players and go try to win some games and keep the season going. You
win, I think, 11 of the last 14. How'd you rally the troops in a situation that was pretty difficult midseason?
I don't know. We did a whole lot different. We just tried to love them and tell them we were there for them. And luckily we have awesome kids that kind of rallied around us. I think the credit goes more to them than it does us. It's easy to stand there and maybe put on a sign or tell guys what to do. It's hard to go do it. And so the credit goes to the players and the other guys on staff to help us kind of get through that. But man, I can't take credit for that. That's those guys in the locker room that rallied around each other, really, and said, hey, we're going to go do this. And, man, credit goes to them.
Trent Pratt is on BYU Sports Nation, the head baseball coach of BYU. We naturally, as human beings, especially those in competition, we seek progression. Like, want to get better, you want to move up, you want to get promoted. So when in your mind did you start thinking, yeah, I'd like to be a Division I head baseball coach? Was it when Mike left, or were the aspirations always there to get there at some point?
Oh, the aspirations were always there. I had a chance to interview 2 other times for head coaching jobs and didn't work out, but it was okay. I loved where I was at. I loved BYU, and I think the thought was, man, do I want to be a head coach? Yes. Could I be an assistant for BYU forever? Probably. It's a great school. I love being here around great people. So, yeah, the aspirations were always there, but I wasn't, out searching and trying to look for a new job every single year. I was happy where I was at and knew that if the chance, came about, that, man, I'm going to go all in and see what I can do.
I'd personally like to thank the other 2 that didn't work out for you so that it can work out here. Because, listen, there was some risk there, right? Because if it doesn't go well for you the last, 2 months or whatever, you're probably not the guy, but you rallied the troops, you got the job, and here we are, which is exciting. So what's life like now as you kind of take over for the first time since when, by the way? When was the last time you were a head coach?
Man, probably on some travel team that didn't really matter. That was probably the last time. But no, we found out, last Wednesday, I think it was. It's kind of been a blur since then. A lot more phone calls, a little more responsibility, but it's all been good. Luckily, there's great people around me and the staff that's still there to help with those things and help me get through it. Because I don't think any of us go through this on our own. We need good people around us to help us through it. And I'm humble enough to know that man, I don't have all the answers. And so But, man, we're looking forward to just keep getting good players and just keep this program moving in the right direction, going in the Big 12, and more importantly, just get ready for next year. We want to go out with the West Coast Conference and, man, and put our best foot forward and then get rolling for the next year after that.
What role did being the interim guy and being the head coach for a couple of months, what role did that play in this process versus, let's say Mike had left after the year, and now you're applying for the job? Do you think that helped get you the job by being the interim?
I think it probably did. I have the job, so I can't say it didn't, right? But no, I think just to show that, man, the players rallied around. The players, I think, liked having me there and liked our staff and going forward. So, yeah, it would have been different if he'd have resigned after the season. And it might have changed a lot of things. But I guess I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad I got that chance. And hopefully going forward, I have a little experience going in and at least being in the game. The other stuff's new, and so we'll take care of that as it comes and hopefully keep it rolling.
BYU baseball coach Trent Pratt on BYU Sports Nation. Aside from trying to figure out how to get Jason Shepard out of the dugout and hiring a new pitching coach,
the two top priorities.
Yeah. What else is on the priority list for you?
Man, that's it. Just get good players. We were out on the recruiting trail. I was in the airport when it was announced on my way to Houston to watch some kids, and Brent's on the road right now in Arizona watching kids, and so. Man, we all know it doesn't matter how good a coach you are. If you don't have good players, you don't win.
Yeah.
And so the goal is now just to go out there and hit the pavement and find some more players.
How much has BYU transitioning into a Power 5 conference in the Big 12 changed the way you recruit and the type of recruits that are now showing interest in BYU baseball?
It hasn't changed a ton. We always get good players, or we're watching good players. It's changed with the fact that maybe some kids we called in the past that maybe weren't as interested and didn't know a lot about BYU, like call back. Or show more interest because of the title we're going to the Big 12. It's piqued a lot more kids' interest that maybe aren't members of our faith that were like, I'm not going to BYU. That might be a weird school. But now we're asking more questions. And so I think we're in the game and at least in conversations with other kids that maybe in the past we wouldn't have been.
Well, it's still weird, Trent, but we love it, right? We love
That's
it here.
Exactly right.
We love what we are, who we are. Okay, so the Big 12 in baseball. This is a very good league. This is a very good league. What does BYU baseball need to do to be ready for that league?
We got to get a lot of depth on the mound and just more depth in every position, probably just like football and every other sport. I feel like our frontline guys, we played Oklahoma State this year and played them good and were close games. They might have had a little more depth than us in certain spots. So it's just, continue to get better athletes at every position and let them compete and battle and take it to the field.
Now, in certain sports, BYU is not going to really recruit that much differently. Like women's soccer, BYU is still going to get the best athletes who remember the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are primarily from Utah and California and Idaho and whatnot, Nevada. In baseball, how is that going to work in your mind in terms of does the Big 12 change your recruiting base that much? You mentioned certain guys are answering the phone that didn't before. Does it enable you to get some of the top LDS talent that you weren't getting before and others? Is that the hope?
I think so. I don't think our recruiting is going to change a ton. Like our base is always going to be like every other sport here. We want the best LDS kids to come to the school, no matter where they're from, where they're at, and we want to win the state of Utah. We want the best players in the state to come to BYU, and then hopefully you sprinkle those in with some other kids that maybe we didn't have a chance with before. You sprinkle those kids in with the kids we're already getting, and man, I think it's a good recipe for success.
Let's take a look ahead at next year's roster. What type of team are you bringing back with the departures of some key figures in your previous season?
Well, we like our team coming back. The draft's coming up here in the middle, end of July, so we might lose a couple arms of that. But offensively, we return, most of our lineup back. And so I think you look for an experienced team that is going to play hard, and hopefully we get some guys healthy. We lost Andrew Pintar for the year. Cole Gamble's out 6 weeks. And so you kind of look back at our year last year, and you take our two best offensive players of our lineup, made it a little hard for a while. And luckily some guys stepped up and down the stretch and helped carry us. But I think coming back, that lineup's going to be a lot better. Everyone's a year older, more experienced, and, man, they're excited and ready to go. And so I think we'll have plenty of guys on the mound still. We'll have to go get one or two this summer, depending on what happens with the draft. But, man, we're excited about our team next year and the chances we have to go and win the West Coast Conference.
We've seen this in women's basketball. You certainly can't assume that you have the same team from year to year with Shaylee Gonzalez in the portal, right? What's it like as the new guy to have to recruit your team back? And because the portal exists, it's a year-to-year deal here now.
It is. You just hope that you do a good job and you have success where those kids don't want to leave. And we've been lucky that way. We haven't had many kids go in the portal, and so hopefully it stays that way. I think it speaks volume to our staff and BYU itself that, man, kids want to be here. And that's kind of what we recruit to is, it's a great place to be. It's unlike anywhere else in the country, and we don't run away from that or shy away from that. It's who we are, and we're proud of it. And I think that's what makes it intriguing for a lot of kids.
Coach, you mentioned a couple of names that are garnering some big-time interest as the draft approaches.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the players that are picking up the most interest from potential Major League Baseball suitors?
Yeah, there's quite a few. We got Cy Nielsen and Cooper McKeehan, Nate Dowley. You saw our pitching staff this year and what they did. And
when Nate throws 97, it's hard not to notice.
That's
exactly.
Nice.
And he's not small. He's big. You know what I mean? So, Reed McLaughlin, there's a chance we could lose 4 or 5 of those guys. But there's guys waiting in the wings that maybe didn't get a pitch as much this year. They'll be ready to go next year.
And who in the field will be draft prospects as well?
I don't know if we had many position players like as far as the draft goes this year
That are draftable. For those that don't know, if you go to a D1, you got to be there at least 3 years.
3 years, yeah. So
or be 21.
There's a couple guys that could gain some interest here if they play good in the summer. But as of right now, we expect most of those guys to be back.
Okay, good to see. Hopefully Penny back and
Yeah,
the deal.
it's fantastic
So,
news.
Get him healthy and get him going.
All right, I joked about Jason Shepard. Do you have?
it's no joke.
Do you have a memorable Jason Shepard story? What was your first impression of Jason Shepard when he entered as the dugout reporter?
And now that you're the head guy, do you change any of that?
Well, before I had to deal with Shep that much. I mean, he was at the end of the dugout, so I didn't really notice him. But now that I'm there, no, Shep's great. We love having him around, and he does a great job on the radio when he's with us, then in the dugout. And man, he loves our program.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing is, man, he brings some energy to us, and he loves being there. And I think our players notice that, and I notice that. And so, man, he's great to have around.
Amen. Yeah. Amen to that.
Hey, we feel the same way around here. Absolutely.
Coach, congratulations again on the new old position, but the new position.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Thanks for all you guys do.
Have you moved into the office yet, by the way?
Not yet.
Okay, that's this week maybe.
This week sometime.
Yeah,
I was gone last week, so maybe I'll have time this week to do that.
Awesome.